me and Logan, because there's a lot of jumping around, because he was a crazy crackhead. So like me and Logan went downtown real quick. I rode with him to pick up his DJ equipment. And so like I'm in his van and I'm sitting in the passenger side. I'm just chilling and like he's out. He walked by my door. We pull up to like the DJ's house to get the equipment, so we're waiting for him to come downstairs. And all of a sudden we hear this like. Like I look at Logan and then Logan looks at me and we look down the street and this motherfucker's running like he's in the Olympics. Like he is booking. And we're like, so he like looks over at us and he's like, ooh. And he's looking over and you know they're all like jumpy and shit. So he's all like, what's up guys? I'm like, what's up man? What's wrong with you? He's all like, the store and up here and I'm like, what are you trying to say, man? He's like, the cops and I was ready from the cops and like I'm like, I look at Logan, I'm just like, he was like, I'm high.
I rolled up the window.
My tongue is, I got so cotton mouth. You got some water? I'm like. And Logan's like, yes, like it's an emergency, like grabbing the water, he's like, here you go. So he's drinking water, he's like, thanks man, thanks. He's like, yo, can I get a ride up the street? Whose van is this? Logan's like, his. I'm like, you fucker. I'm like, yeah, well, it's not mine, man, he's just fucking with you. I was like, he's just fucking with you, right? So he's all like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. He's like, where you guys from? I'm like, Enola? And he was all like, oh, that's cool, I'm from Enola. He's like, so where at? I'm like, some street, I just moved there. And then he looks at Logan. And this is the funniest fucking part. He looks at Logan, and Logan's mom just came in from Florida. So he's like thinking, he's like, I'm from Florida. And he's like, Florida? For real? Like, yo, do you know that new rapper, singer guy, Flo Rida? It's Florida, but Flo Rida. We were like, that's cool. He's like, but I haven't heard any of the songs, so I don't have a computer or a radio or a car with a radio. But I got a blender. I'm like,
a word.
I'm like, you got a blender? He's like, not a blender, Blender Music Magazine, you know. I was like, that's cool. He was like, yo, he's a big motherfucker, like 50 Cent big. I'm like, he is. He was like, yo, his cover of his CD, he was squishing oranges, and he's big. Like, he's really big. I wonder if I squish oranges from my orange juice every day, would I be that big? He's like, like a low ride? I'm like, and then he took his shirt off, and he was all like, I'm not that big. I'm
not that big.
Like, I don't try to be that big. So, like, this dude, the DJ came out. He had this big ass black lab with him. So, like, he comes out, and Logan goes over there and he leaves me, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, he like walks over, and he's like messing with the dog, and he's like, I love dogs. He's like, hey puppy, and the dog's like, he comes like over to the car, he's like, wow, that dog is mean. And then he's like talking to me, he's like, I like you. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, Tom. So he's all like, you know what? He was like, fuck it, I ain't scared of no animals. I'm not even scared of. So he's like, I'm not scared of no animals, not even like elephants when they tramping. I'm like, you mean stampeding? That too. Okay. He was like, yo, puppy, come here, puppy. And he starts snapping at him. He's like, oh. He's like, that dog ain't trained. He's all like, puppy, hey, sit, puppy. The dog don't say. He's like, see, I told you. I'm like, this motherfucker is crazy. And he starts slapping his tongue again. He's like, get some more water. I'm like, no.
Not me all out.
He's like, damn.
Dude,
so like, he's like saying some crazy other bullshit. And then Logan walks over and he's like, yo, for real, man, can I get a ride? Logan's like, no, I can't. And he's like, running again like for cops. Like, and that was the end of it. And I just look at Logan, I'm like, that was probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. He's like, yeah. So like every time I see Jason, he's all like, and I'm like, did that really just happen? I'm like, did some crackhead really just start slapping his tongue? Like, this shit is crazy.
There's like a lot of beers stored up over here.
Where?
Me and Brian drank our beers before he shot.
I drank all my beers before I shot, and so did Sarah.
For real, yeah.
Which beer is stored up?
My name's Ken.